Hi there, Dr. Champion here. Welcome to Biochemistry in the summer of 2020. I want to do a quick video walking you around the Canvas site and the sapling site for this course where you'll do most of this work. So we're looking right now at the Canvas site, and I am in the student mode. You see Chem 333 AO 2019-30. 2019 means academic year 2019-2020, and 30 means summer. So this is our summer course. We have a thing called a bulletin board here at the top where you've got the syllabus that we'll look at in just a bit. The sapling site, which is where you'll do all the work that you're going to do and where you'll access the textbook, and then some supportive stuff like the Wiley Interactive Biochem page. And then you'll see down here you have some topics where you've got some lecture PowerPoints and different types of links here to help you with different topics in the course. The announcement over here is one of the very important things. If you look at the announcements section, you can see the emails that have come out from me. Please make sure that you've got getting those emails through your book. I'll be sending those out frequently. Those emails will have links to videos in them. So, for example, if we look at this one, you'll see here that you have a lot of videos down here that are these blue rectangles that are videos for you to watch to help you learn the material. So I can go back to announcements here. So be sure to look for those and watch those. And if you encounter anything, a broken link or anything, and any of this stuff, please let me know. Over here on the page here, and again, I'm in student view. You see my big student view thing down here. You can see your to-do list here. So when things have come out as announcements, when you have assignments to do. So this initial introduce yourself assignment you need to do by June 1st, and that's something for us to all get to know who's in the class, and then also gives me a graded assignment to base early attendance on, which I need to do to confirm that you're in the course. And then you see some actual assignments start cranking up here. So Chapter 1 with nothing after it is a test. Chapter 1 HW is the homework, and so on. And you can see those as you scroll along. Now you can also see those if you go into the assignments tab over here. These are shown by date at this point. You can also sort them by type. And so you see you've got your introduce yourself. Chapter 1, June 3rd at 11:59 is when Chapter 1, Chem Review. LC stands for Learning Curve, which is probably the assignments I would start with first, is the Learning Curve. And then the homework assignment, CS, is a case study. And so you see you've got a bunch of stuff from here up to here that are due on June 3rd. Now these are all things that I've put into the Canvas system just to give us a placeholder for the grades and all that. The way you actually get to those is you get to those sapling assignments. So I'm going back to home. I'm looking at this in a browser, obviously, and this link right here to the sapling site, if you click on that, it should take you to a sapling site. Now, if I do this, it won't look like it'll look for you because I already have a sapling account and everything. You probably have a sapling account from some point in the past, so you may have to look for that. This is what our site looks like. Now, when you're entering this site, look carefully on the screen. Somewhere on that screen, there is a way to do a free access for the initial part of the course. So if you haven't got the book voucher or whatever straightened out, you can't get access to this. I don't know how long it lasts. Usually it's not too long at the beginning of the period. So if I look at this as a student, I'm going to click that and make it look like a student version of this. Doesn't look too much different, does it? Main difference, I guess, is you can't see everybody else's stuff like I can. So first of all, this little thing right here, this is not an ad. This is your actual textbook. So if I click on this, I get another window, and it's going to launch the textbook viewer. And they've got all sorts of tools here. It'll actually read it to you. You can highlight stuff, and you could search for different things. We're going to be making reference that actually, let me get back. The about this book is frequently a good thing to look at. Probably things like the brief contents, and the contents or the preface may talk about what sort of ideas the authors have about the book. So that's something you can read. There are also ways, I think, to export some of this stuff. For example, to print pages. If you can print them as a PDF, you might be able to print copies so that you could view them, for example, through a different device. So you might find it useful or you may be able to log in on two devices and be looking at your book on a tablet or on a computer or something, and doing the homework problems on your phone or something. So you have to sort of negotiate that. So back to the main sapling site here. It always starts off with this big list of upcoming assignments, and you see the due dates here for all of these are June 3rd, 11:59, except for this very last one. Again, the practice assignment is just that, learn how to interact with the system. No points earned there. Math review, G-Chem review, organic chem review, those are all things that you could tackle right away. And the learning curve for section 1 is probably where I'd start for chapter 1 and 2, which are in section 1. Learning curve assignments are mastery learning, which means that if you work at it long enough, answer enough questions, you're going to get 100. Once you hit that point, you can't improve the grade any, but it's still supportive of your learning to continue, but don't feel like you have to go beyond you're getting 100 points on that assignment or meeting the goal for that assignment. I would do the homeworks before I do the reading quiz. Okay. If we scroll down further, you'll see that there are resources here for you, and you can access technical support here. You've got video introductions, and then under these different chapters and sections, you've got your assignments there and all the resources that you have, so you can see it written in this kind of section by section format as well. You can always look at this activities and due dates and see what your activities are and when they're due. And again, this does seem to be all organized in terms of the due dates there, so you can look at that and see you've got quite a few things to do. And again, I always tell folks in online class, basically a big list of things that you have to do, and once you're done with them, you finish the course. The way things have gone in this course since I moved it to this format is that typically we see 2 grades. We see A's and we see F's. The students who do the work for the course and persevere are going to come out with a very good grade. The students who fail to get things done are going to wind up failing the course because they don't do enough of the work. You can see your grades in the sapling system here. I will take these grades and move them over to the Canvas book. So the numbers here are going to be not as good as the numbers when I take them over to Canvas. I'm going to tweak them just a little bit, so the grades will go up, except for the ones that are hundreds here. But I usually do what's called a square root curve. So if you make, and let's say you did learning curve 1 and you made a 49, which I don't think you will. I think you'll make 100. A square root curve of 49 means the square root of 49 is 7, and then I multiply that by 10, so a 49 would become a 70, for example, on these. So that's a very, very friendly sort of curve that I use for this. So this is the sapling site, and you'll do most of your work there. And again, over here, this is the Canvas site, and you will see the resources that are here for the different sections. Most of the links to videos will be coming out in the announcements, and you'll see those. And and then you can track your grades here. And again, I'm manually moving those over, so don't expect them to immediately appear in Canvas once you've done them. I'll be after those dates when we have a bunch of assignments to do, I'll be moving those over all at one time. So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. Email's the best way to get me. So we'll take a quick look at the syllabus here, and this is the syllabus, Summer 2020 Online. I'm Dr. Tim Champion. We're not in our offices this summer. You can call me on this Google Voice number. You'll get an automated assistant will screen you and record a message from you, basically explaining what the call's about. And I can see that a text printout of what you're saying at that point. So say something like biochem, so I'll know what it is. Usually the best way to get me is an email, though. And if we need to talk, if you send me an email, we can set up a meeting. So the office hours are all by arrangement. We can set up a Zoom meeting or something if we need to do that. The book is absolutely essential to have. It's priced right at $100, which is pricey, but not totally out of line for something like this. The way we're going to do the grade here is probably something that you're very interested in. So you see that we've got learning curves, case studies, homeworks, and chapter reading quizzes. 12 learning curves, 9 case studies, 31 homework assignments, and 28 chapter reading quizzes. So let's see, 12 plus 9 is 21, 21 plus 31 is 52, 52 plus 28, that's 80 assignments to do. The good news is we're going to drop 3, 2, 6, and 6, so that's 12, 15, 17. So you'll do 80 assignments, and 17 based on these groups will be dropped, and the groups are weighted accordingly. And like I say, if you persevere and you're responsible and you get things done, and you don't have any other kind of breakdowns, you should do really well in the course. The late assignments are not accepted. I won't be changing the due dates on these assignments. They're set to let you move through the course at a reasonable pace. Summer school is very, very fast. And I'll tell you my own story. The first time I tried to take biochem, I tried to take it in the summer. And after about 2 days, I decided it was too much, and I dropped the course, and I eventually took it later on, spread out over an entire year in graduate school. And that was probably a wise move on my part. But here's the course schedule laid out by the chapters in the Berg textbook, and the dates for those chapters. And like I say, typically a couple of days before or at the beginning of this time of each group, I'll send out some videos on some of these chapters as a resource for you. And those are videos I've found on YouTube. You can find videos as well. You could Google any one of these chapter titles and find videos that would support this. So that's something you should be doing normally in your other courses, even if it's not online. But so that's our schedule there, going all the way through the end of the course on July 9th. I have a more detailed list down here of all the assignments and when they're due. And again, they're all due at 11:59. And of course, there was 80 of these, 81 if you count the practice assignment. There's a good chance that somewhere there might be an error. So if you find an error where, for example, if something's not due at 11:59, or if the date seems out of whack, let me know. And just like I said, also if you have a broken link or something, let me know. But this is a list of that format. So if you like seeing it that way, you could print that out, put that on the wall. I feel like somewhere in Canvas there's a calendar view. So yeah, if you view the course calendar, I think right there, then you can see the dates when there's a whole bunch of stuff due, and you see how they tend to fall on buckets. And then if we advance the calendar to June. Well, just have to do it over here. All right, so here's June, and you see all the assignments showing up that way. So if you like seeing it that way, you can see that as well. And so I'm not quite sure how to get out of this since I don't normally go back to that. So I'm going to just go over here. I guess I was in calendar. Okay, I went out of course to calendar. All right, that's the deal. So I go back to the course there. So that's pretty much it. I hope that you can get right to work on this. And again, contact me if you have questions. And I wish you the best of luck. And I hope this is a good learning experience for you. Again, I know a lot of students would rather not do an online course, but I think that it's important to learn how to do online courses as part of your education. So thank you again, and good luck.